Club football is back. Arsenal thrash Man City, the Carabao Cup. Enzo Maresca out.
I grind because I gotta get paid. 1% chance, 99% faith.
My boy Pro, before we get to all of that, what's good, bro? How's your week? How's your weekend? What's happening in Cape Town?
I can't speak, Chief. I can't. Man City, my team is washed. We washed. It's done, Baba.
Yeah,
But
well,
also
City's
today,
looking washed, bro. City's looking washed.
Pep Guardiola needs to come back. I know. What can I say? Well done to you guys. You dominated the second half.
Now we'll get to all of that, bro. We'll get to all of that. We didn't dominate your second half. We dominated the whole game. But yeah, how was your weekend, bro?
No, weekend's been good. It's been good. I've been chilling. I was sleeping today, also yesterday as well. I ended up watching the rugby yesterday. What are the Bulls in New Zealand? Pretty much the highlights of the weekend. I went out today, though. Went to Canal Walk. You know Canal Walk?
What do you mean you know Canal Walk? Of course I know Canal Walk.
Hey, bro, I've been in Joburg forever. I'm not sure what you still know from Cape Town.
What are you doing in Canal Walk?
I was just chilling, just having lunch with Gareth, this other guy from work. So, yeah. Otherwise, I was chilled. And you said I saw you were out. This guy doesn't stop going out.
Yeah, man. I was on leave this week on, when was it? Tuesday, Wednesday. So, just chilling, guys, at home. Went back to work on Thursday. So, that was a nice calm week. But then, yeah, I went out, bro. You have to live life. We work hard, man. Friday, went out with the boys. Last night, went out with the boys. But then, rested today, bro. I had rested today. Had to watch Man City catch hands.
Relax. Because you guys obviously you have that continuity. You can see now Maresca just came in. The boys preseason. Most of our guys were at the World Cup. That's why.
I mean, I'm just hearing excuses, bro. But yeah, let's talk about let's get into the sports. Let's talk about the game, bro. Just what are your overall thoughts of the match? The performance from City, from Arsenal.
Yeah, no, I must say, like I said, the team that Mikel put out, it's quite similar to what he's been doing over the past season when you guys won the league and came close in Champions League. So a lot of the guys, they know each other, and there's not much change, even in the style of play that you guys playing off Odegaard. But yeah, for us, yeah, you could just see, man, the guys, they look like they've never touched a football before in their lives. Like I said, most of the guys are coming from the World Cup. You can see there's a lot of fatigue there. And yeah, still getting used to the new manager. And I don't think Maresca is as tough as Pep when it comes to motivation and wanting more from the players. So I think the players are taking it a bit more chilled now. I was suffering in that match, bro. It's like we never passed the ball in our life.
Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm sure you can hear it by the pain in his voice. But he throws a City fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, so perfect way to start the season. Perfect way to start the club football pod. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Man City is in a transition phase now. Pep left, Bernardo left. Looks like Rodri's leaving. So definitely you guys are going to be in a transition phase. Banter era incoming.
I relax.
I think Enzo Maresca has a lot of work to do. Clearly, he has a lot of work to do. I don't think I've ever seen a City performance like that under Pep, ever. So, and it's like largely the same team. So I think he has a lot of work to do to convince the players maybe that he's the right guy or to get their buy-in. You know, it seems like maybe they're still not really like sure about him. So he does have a lot of work to do. Let's start by talking about Man City. Let's start from the next. Donnarumma. They put Donnarumma on his backside, bro. He didn't have a good game. Talk to me about his performance.
He got married. Now the hand, he has a ring on. He can't even catch the ball anymore. That's last season when we got him, we thought this guy's the best keeper in the world. And obviously, the one place that we were struggling at sometimes, I know Edison was a good distributor, but in terms of just pure ball saving, Now it seems like Edison was even better, bro.
Oh, like
I don't know.
Donnarumma's looking worse, bro. Even looks worse. His hairline is even leaving him.
I, he got married. Relax. He has a ring on his finger now.
But
I'm calling him Donna married.
I think for him, especially not the first goal, the second goal, the Havertz header, I feel like that goal he could have done way better. I mean, he could have. It wasn't even like a. He could have saved. I think he could have saved that personally, the Havertz header. So I think he didn't have a good game. The streets are saying third season now is Foden washed. You can't have 3 bad seasons in a row. We can give you maybe one. He had now kind of 2. If he goes into the season again and he looks like he's going into the same form that he ended last season off, we have to have a conversation about Foden, bro.
Relax. It's just community shield. You see, Arsenal fans getting excited again over small things. You guys like celebrating small things. But
small things. So when we celebrated the Premier League on your head, was that a small thing?
Relax. The first Premier League in how long? Since Arsene Wenger. Come on.
It doesn't matter. But talk to me about Foden's performance. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, man. I think I saw him training over the pre-season, and obviously didn't go to the World Cup, so he had a lot of time to train. So I saw him training a lot and improving on skills like shooting and everything. But yeah, man, when it comes to match day, it's a bit different, and he's he has a lot of skills and talent about him, but at the same time, I still feel like he's a very one-dimensional player. Like, that he's gonna collect the ball on the 10. And I won't like Arsenal midfield is looking quite strong today. That combos and Martin Lewis Skelly is ever since he's moved into that midfield position from the left, he's good for the pressing. He holds the ball up well, and he was they were holding him down very well. And obviously now with De Bruyne gone, Foden has to step up. They gave him enough time to step up over the years playing under his shadow, and it seems like he's struggling a little bit now. And like I said, it's like one-dimensional. You know what he's gonna do. And he had the nice shot in the first half that he pulled a nice save from your guys' keeper. But I think it was after that, he's struggling with pulling up that impact. I don't think he's gonna get called for England anytime soon after these performances.
Look, he needs to have a big season because, like I said, he's coming off now. It's like 2 poor seasons. And if he goes into another season performing the same way, 3, like his value is really going to decrease. So he needs to have a big season. He had the whole summer off. He didn't go to the World Cup. He has no excuses. He really needs to have a big season. But I think you're right in terms of the midfield. I think that's where Arsenal won the game. I think our midfield dominated your midfield. I can't believe Kovacic is playing in 2026. Kovacic is still starting for you guys in the midfield. It's crazy. But I think that's definitely where we won the game. Is Lewis Kelly, Bruno Guimaraes, second half Rice, and Odegaard. Our midfield dominated that game, and they gave us the platform to score the goals. And I think that's actually where we won it and where you guys lost it. Odegaard also, since we speak about the midfield, Odegaard he looks like he's back to his best. We saw in the World Cup some good performances in the World Cup, and then now again today he had an amazing performance. Like I said, sat Donnarumma down, so he looks like he's back to his best. I definitely think that's where we won the game. I also think let's talk about Anderson. What do you think of his competitive debut? What did you make of his performance?
He's making us get second-hand embarrassment because during the intro interview when he signed for the club, he was yapping a lot of stuff about Man United, this, Man United, that. He doesn't want to go to United. Doesn't care about United. And then now to pull out that disaster class performance, I'm not sure. And also, I think the manager got the tactics a bit wrong because usually last season, and Anderson was obviously playing through the middle for Nottingham Forest. He was the one where everything was running through, similar to that Rodri position. But then today you found him a lot pulling up on the right side because obviously Kovacic was the one holding down that pivot in the middle. And I put in a few crosses there first half, second half, not so much impact. But yeah, I wasn't sure about him coming off on the right. I think he was just playing in the wrong position. He's obviously very strong in the middle. And yeah, I think the coach will work it out, but it seems now he wants to bring in his brother, Enzo Fernandez. He wants to tell the Enzo Bruce. He wants to bring in Enzo Fernandez. So yeah, we'll see what he does with the midfield.
Yeah, I think definitely the tactics were wrong. We kind of had almost like an overload in the midfield because we had Skelly, Guimaraes, Odegaard, and then Calafiori also sometimes inverting into the midfield. And then when you guys are playing, when you're playing Foden as the 10, you know Foden's not really going to drop into the midfield. So now you already have one less. So now it's Kovacic and Anderson competing against all four of those guys, like I said. So yeah, I think the tactics were not it. But it looked like like when you guys had the ball, it looked like sometimes you were almost in a back three. Kusunov wasn't pushing that high. And
Yeah.
then O'Reilly would push higher, and then Anderson would go more to the right to cover that space. So, but then it doesn't work against a team like Arsenal that's overloading the midfield. Now you're just gonna lose the midfield battle. So, I think yeah, his tactics that are not it. But I think Anderson was like for lack of a better word, he was ass. Yo, I think he was ass, bro. He put in some crosses. There was one cross. I don't know what he was trying to do. He went in just right for it. Like, hey, I don't know what that fee you played. It was over 100 M's. Scammed. Bro. You guys got scammed.
Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of these teams when they when a Premier League player just performs for one season and then, they call him the Premier League proven player. You have to buy him, but these players are not playing in Champions League. They're not playing a lot of FA Cup matches, and obviously then you kind of take a chance with them. I know even Semenyo was that type of player when we bought him as well. It's like one good season at Bournemouth, and then it's like, yeah, this is the best player in the world. He's been decent for us last season. I think he scored like 17 goals. This season, or the pre-season, actually, he was cooking. I don't know if you saw those highlight reels, those highlight videos from Semenyo. Do you see anything?
I'm not watching some menu preseason highlight reels, bro.
This guy,
Like, come on, man.
but he was cooking. My Man City fans will know he was cooking, and then yeah, this performance just looked a bit lackluster. He's struggling there on the left against Calafiori. He's putting in a good performance and the goal as well. So, what can we say, bro?
No, for real, I think there's a lot of questions on Maresca's head. How do you feel about Maresca as City coach? You think he was the right guy to hire? Was there maybe someone else out there that you would have preferred? I know a lot of people are saying they should have tried to convince company to join. What's your thoughts on Maresca?
Yeah, he's looks like a chilled guy, but
He's a chill guy.
he looks like a chilled guy, like compared to Pep. Like if I'm comparing what we have, he looks just like a chilled guy. Like he's out there for vibes. When he was managing Chelsea, he was managing quite a young squad. So I think there he's able to get away with that. But then now, in talking about Man City, it's a lot of experienced players. You look at the likes of Rodri, Ruben Diaz now, Donnarumma, Haaland. These are quite experienced players. They have a lot of personality. So I think it's a big challenge for him because he's always been under the shadow of Pep Guardiola. And so yeah, man, looks like a chill guy. I don't know how the dressing room is gonna adjust to him. And Pep's a tough guy. And if he's a more chilled guy, that means the players are gonna feel much more freedom when they play, so they can mess around and do whatever they want. So I'm a bit stressed in that sense, but I'll give him time. I'll give him time. Maresca ball, Baba.
You're not saying Maresca out, you're saying Maresca in. But yeah,
For now.
I think it's always tough. Like you saw when Wenger left, when Sir Alex Ferguson left. When a coach stays at a club for a long time, I don't know how long Pep was there for, but when a coach stays for a long time, it's always hard. The next coach always struggles. You saw David Moyes struggled. Arsenal, we were down bad for years. So it's a big adjustment because obviously Pep was there for a long time. So everything at Man City ran the way Pep wanted it. Now there's a whole new adjustment. And like you said, Pep is a very demanding guy. So now you're getting a guy that's coming in that's a different personality. I think this season is definitely going to be a transition period for Man City. I don't think you must have very high expectations away. I don't know if I can see City winning the title. So yeah, but I think you have to give him time, I guess.
No, but we can't be in a transition season every season. Last season, they said we're in a transition season when we signed a few of those players, Semenyo and them, when they came in. Previous season as well, they're saying transition season, because it's was making transfers in January and stuff. So eventually you have to, get some stability because it's a big team now. We've set ourselves up as a big team, like a big top six. We've solidified like into the top six. So you can't be in a transition period if you're a top six club. Doesn't matter if there's a new manager or whatever it is. Even what Liverpool as well. Like Arne Slot won the league in his first season. Would you call that a transition period?
But that was different though. That was different. Honest lot inherited Klopp's squad. Nobody left. You guys are gonna lose Rodri, the best CDM in the world. You're losing him. You're losing Bernardo Silva, who was a cornerstone of your team for a long time. Last season, as you said, you guys were already transitioning. Slot came into a Liverpool team that was set. So I think, yeah, you're saying you can't transition because you are transitioning. There's nothing you can do about it. Like you guys
But
won top
but
for like
but this guy
10
knows the
years.
club. He managed the under 20s. I think he was managing there when Pep was there. So it's not like it's new players to him. But
Yeah, but bro, the players don't know Maresca. They don't know him, so they need to adjust. And like I said, you're gonna have new signings. You're probably gonna sign a new CDM now. Like
yeah,
I said, you're losing Rodri, bro. Rodri's a big player to lose. You're losing senior players. It's not like you're losing your Jack Grealishes and whoever. You're losing
yeah,
players who
relax.
you're losing players who start every game for you guys. Bernardo used to play probably the most minutes at City. Rodri,
Yeah,
when he starts every game, so you're losing like core players. It's like if Arsenal had to lose Rice and maybe like Gabriel, core players in our team. Like doesn't matter who we buy, it's gonna be different, you know.
I guess so. Like, man knows more about Man City than Arsenal. But yeah, man, like if you look at the big teams like Madrid and them, you never call them a transition period. They win like Champions League like 4 times in a row. Doesn't matter what players are coming in, coming out. Barcelona, same thing. But yeah, I guess for the smaller clubs, not the Galacticos.
Yeah, I think Madrid is a bit of a different expectations. They are like next level, you know? But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what Man City has. I think Banter era incoming. You guys are finished.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. What you guys think. What you guys thought of the match. Maresca, the performance as well. Love to hear your thoughts.
100%. Let's talk on to positives. You know, good football. Let's talk about Arsenal. I want to start with Lewis Kelly. Started in the Champions League final. Starts now getting the Community Shields. It looked like Arteta trusts him now in the midfield. I personally love him as a player. I feel like now that he's performing the way he is, I feel like we wasted our money buying Zubomendi. Because Lewis Kelly was there all the time. Now we have too many. We have Bruno Guimaraes there. We have Rice. I don't know who's going to be our starting midfield. It's a tough call. So yeah. But what did you think of Lewis Kelly's performance in the midfield again? He got the assist for the first goal.
Yeah, no, I spoke about him earlier. When he came onto the scene, I didn't really like him when he did that whole Haaland celebration. I was like, this kid got balls now. He must relax. And at that time, he was obviously playing still left back. And I don't know what Arteta saw in him, but must be something that he learned from Pep, where you try and play players in different positions because of the different skills that they have. And he has a very good, holding the ball skill. You can pass to him with pressure of players coming onto him, and also like being able to press. I saw him pressing a lot in this match. He has that speed because he's a young boy. So yeah, no, I must say I've been impressed, but obviously then it just needs some consistency. It depends if Arteta plays him there a lot. Because yeah, like you said, the competition in the midfield now is getting a bit tough because obviously Supermendi wants to play. I think it's his second or third season now with you guys, and he obviously wants to solidify his spot there. Rice, no brainer, and Odegaard as well. So yeah, he'll be fighting. But the nice thing is that if any other players in those positions, maybe let's say the positions he plays, left back, obviously Calafiori, or in that midfield get injured, then you know that he's set to play. But yeah, I mean, I think he had a brilliant game. Like he was, I must say, he's showing off. Looked like he was playing at home, not even Wembley.
Yeah, that's his strongest suit is the way he holds the ball. It's hard to get it off him. He usually beats his man. If not, he usually throws a foul. So he's very good at that. He's almost like I don't know if you remember Dembele, the one who used to play for Spurs.
Musa
Yeah,
Dembele.
he has that characteristic where it's hard to get the ball off him, and he's quite stocky as well.
Yeah. I was about to say.
And then Mr. Clutch, Havertz scores in finals. That man also, he loves scoring against City. He's always scoring against City. Who do you think? Who do you think is Arsenal's best striker? I know who I think is our best striker. Who do you think is Arsenal's best striker
of all time?
No, right now between Gyökeres
Right
and
now, Merino. This guy, how could you forget the goat's name?
That's what I was gonna say, bro.
Man's pulling up with dry jokes, talking about I know who I'm gonna say. Obviously, I don't know. It depends on the match that you're playing. Because Havertz, I feel like he's more agile. Man. Gyökeres, sometimes he looks a bit stocky. He looks a bit lackluster. Havertz, he's got an aerial threat. And he's a guy who scores in big matches, and he's just grown in confidence over time. I have to give him the flowers. Not a player that I've always rated, but ever since he moved to you guys, man, he looks so different from the times he was playing there at Chelsea. But also our defense sometimes, like, they were really just giving him chances and free reign there. And it's also like, now we don't even know if you can trust the keeper now. It's Donnarumma, someone I thought we could trust, which means that our defense was going to play with much more ease. But yeah, man, these guys are, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Havertz all around, he offers the most out of all the opposed options. Like his hold-up play, his pressing. I think Havertz works well in a team where your wingers are scoring a lot of goals, because he's not going to score you like 30 goals a season. But if you have wingers that are scoring goals, I think he works well. I like Havertz as a player. I like our options. We have different options. Gyökeres and Havertz are very different players. So I think we're looking good going to the season. And then Bruno G, debut. What did you think? I know he came off at halftime, but what did you think of his performance? In my opinion, it was solid, not special, but he did okay.
Yeah, it was decent. He's still obviously gelling into the team, coming from Newcastle. I think, just give him a bit more time. He's a quality player. You know what you're gonna get with him, like those nice long passes. He gave 1 or 2 there, and he also just needs to get that link up play with Odegaard. Also, like, just understanding where each other is, like where the player is. But yeah, man, Bruno, I think he'll always give you like a 6.5 or above performance. Like, you'll never play whack. And that, like you said, it was a game for the midfield. So I just feel like our team also just gave them free rein. Kovacic is just losing a lot of balls in the middle. We were trying to play out from the back, but we struggling to play out from the back. So, just made the midfield so condensed. And man, you guys, like, the press was good. So he was also up in the press. But yeah, it's his first match. He had to come off half time, go drink some of that water.
Yeah, bro. And then just one more question. Did Haaland play? Did Haaland play, bro? No, look, when I saw the lineup, right, I was a bit worried, like, because I saw Mascara, Ben White. We don't have our strongest defense. I was like, if Haaland is gonna stick on Mascara's side for the game, he might be in trouble. But then, bro, nothing.
I think Haaland. If there's no supply, then he struggles a bit. So there was also no supply in that match. Foden wasn't creating much. Obviously, you expect him to be the one creating. We had Anderson rather creating a lot of the chances. And like I said, him, he doesn't really play well. He's coming off the wings, so you need him to play in the middle. And yeah, I mean, I think your defense stood tall, even though you guys were playing a bit of a low block. Sometimes I'm not really happy with watching you guys play, but I guess it's effective for what you guys are planning on. And I'm even scared for the season, because if we're not competing with you guys, who else is competing with you guys? Liverpool, they have a new manager now. Chelsea, Chelsea, Man United, so I'm a bit stressed about the season. But yeah, Haaland is still coming off the World Cup hangover. He's still blooming, and apparently it's also been targeted by, I don't know, Barcelona, Madrid. So maybe he's thinking about that.
Yeah, but didn't he sign like a 9-year contract or something?
It did, but I think I don't know. There's ways out of these contracts. How it seems a lot of players are signing these long contracts. Obviously, then it's much more beneficial in terms of financially for the clubs. But hey, man, if you can pay that release clause, even though it's much higher now, but yeah, I think there's ways out of those contracts. So otherwise, there wouldn't be negotiations and talks in the first place.
Yeah, but look, it's the Community Shield. We can't read too much into it. Yes, it's a trophy, but it's still before the season starts. I saw a stat that the last few winners of the Community Shield, none of them went on to win the league. So I remember even that year when Haaland joined City, his debut in the Community Shield, everyone was having him. I think he missed the sitter. Everyone
Yeah,
was
against
was like,
Liverpool.
Haaland's overrated. It's coming to him. And then that season, he scored like I don't know how many goals. So the Community
Yeah,
Shield, at the end of the day, it's still preseason. The teams are not fully ready. This was the first week where I know like the English players and the Spanish players and the French players that played in the World Cup final and the third place playoff came to trade league. So looks, we can't read too much into it, but I think a lot of questions over Enzo Maresca, and I think Arsenal look good going into the season. I don't know if you would agree.
yeah, no, like I said, I'm a bit nervous going into the season because you guys have that continuity. So just continue on what you built last season, and obviously, I'm assuming Arteta has much bigger goals this season. If maybe he doesn't even focus too much on the league, but also on the Champions League. But with the structures that they've set out in terms of the team rotation, you know which players come in at which times. I feel like you'll definitely be the people to beat or the team to beat. And yeah, man, our team, like you said, transition period, even though I don't feel like it should be like a lot of the players they've been playing. But yeah, man, I'm a bit scared. I hope we get off to a good start, man, in the Premier League. And obviously we'll be reviewing and streaming all the Premier League matches, talking about them, the big matches especially. So you guys must stay tuned. Also, let us know in the comments, get involved in the conversation. Let us know what you think of Maresca Ball as a Man City fan, as an Arsenal fan. Arteta, do you guys think they'll take the league again to this performance? Yeah, man, just join the conversation.
Yeah, like you said, Premier League football is back next week, man. I'm excited. I missed Premier League.
Yes.
There's nothing. I know we had the World Cup and we have local football, but there's nothing like Premier League. Premier League is back. We're gonna be shooting episodes weekly, like Pro said. Um, Arsenal's probably taking the league again, so I'm gonna be here smiling every week. Pro's gonna be crying every week. But yeah, man, we're excited. I'm excited. We're gonna be shooting content, bro. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. We'll try to shoot some live content as well. Because there's a lot of Premier League fans in SA. Probably much bigger fan base for Premier League than there is for our local league, PSL and stuff. So yeah, man. As much as we can, we'll be shooting content. We're putting out things on our social media, team of the weeks, all that. Just look out for all that stuff.
100%, 100%. Bro, before we end off, heading into a new week, what you got planned this week, bro? Anything interesting?
Nah, just work, Baba, and making Man City great again. Make Man City great again, Maresca. I'm pleading, boss. I'm pleading. Otherwise, yeah, man. Nothing much. My side is looking forward to Premier League. I'll just be chilling, planning how we can, just put out as much dope content as we can for you guys. So yeah, man. Stay tuned on your side.
Yeah, same, man. Back to slaving away at the job. Hectic. So now it's another week, but yeah, Premier League starts on Friday. Um, yo, I'm going back from leave now. My first full week back. I'm looking forward to it. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
man.
let's check all this stuff. I saw you holding two trophies the other day. What was going on? Man got the
Yeah, yeah.
double
Nyora's
double trophy
FC. So
poisons.
yeah, my indoor team, my five-a-side football team, we won the league back to back. This
Ish.
time we won it invincible. You see, I'm bringing that Arsenal flavor into my team. We went invincible on the league. So yeah, man.
Hey, listen to this guy. At least you know you're a real baller. You're not just yapping here on the show.
Facts, bro. Facts. I must put some of my highlights on the page, eh?
The last time you put something on the page, see now, where's our social media?
we're not talking about that, bro. Well, yeah, man, look, we'll be shooting content. We'll be back next week. Club football, we're back. The big fixture, we're going to be covering everything. We're not going to miss anything.
Cool.
I think that's it until next time. Big fixture, we out, bro. Anything you want to say?
For the rugby fans, I know you guys watch all sports. For the rugby fans, rugby's greatest rivalry is getting underway. Or it's been underway, but the Springbok test versus the All Blacks getting underway. Definitely be covering that. So just watch out for that. Check our playlists and check the videos that we've dropped already, man. Looking forward to that. Maybe we'll visit some fan parks, have some live content. So just watch out for that.
Just like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you think. Until next time.